Welcome everyone to another fun Linux internal low-level and exotic stuff live stream. Headphone users, beware, it is getting a little bit loud because we have here a IBM power. Let me just check the PC something. I probably should have. All right, I also geniusly closed that. Anyway, also rebranded as Fix Stars Giga Accelerator 180, but otherwise known as, let's just also drop frames, otherwise known as IBM PowerXCell 8i PCIe Cell Accelerator board. And yeah, so headphone users beware. And yeah, this is in previous video Razer external PCIe thing because testing. Let me just plug in here some power cable. Did I switch this? Hopefully that is on, I guess. And yeah, it's NVIDIA style blower fan. It's getting loud. I want you so. We also should I need my, what was S4, let's see, we should cancel this because this does not yet just boot. Ah, darn, it already booted now, so much to that thing. Okay, because, okay, fine, that went well. Then we need to reboot already, so much to also yeah, the noise level is actually 10 dB below my 10 dB. Yeah. So P3 is all nice, but yeah, potentially 8 times faster, but you always hope it's a little bit less loud, and then of course it's louder. Let me just quickly log into the system where this Thunderbolt thing. Also, yeah, maybe the first one ever that has this in a. Also, too many scenes. Maybe the first time ever this thing is in an external Thunderbolt PCIe cage. Well, FPGAs, it depends. FPGAs, you need certainly very beefy ones, so don't try to compare this to an ULX3S. You certainly need a very high power FPGA. So unfortunately we need to reboot. Probably, you know what, how we do this, we just plug out geniusly the Ethernet cable. Because so also the only thing is with this bloody Mac Mini system that I misuse for providing a host for the PCIe, just to bootstrap that. I need to plug out the power because I suspended to disk and anyway. So yeah, the performance of this is some really significant. Or do I still have this in? Maybe not. Let's copy this again. So allegedly this is a revised cell, and I will make a dedicated video. This is basically just a random live stream. This is basically just out of the box testing. Whether to check whether, yeah, it's dead on arrival or I got something working. And due to internal changes, so compared to the PS3, by the way, how is this, is it possible to hear my voice between that? So allegedly this is a revised cell broadband engine and the PowerXCell 8i, and this has an SU compared to the PS3, so the first generation cell as used in QS22 blade servers from IBM, and this PCIe Giga Accelerator card. A dramatically improved double precision floating point performance on the SPEs. This from a peak that was in the PS3, so PS3 peak 12.8 gigaflops to a vastly improved whopping 102 0.4 gigaflops, it probably still isn't that shabby. And as a fan of, by the way, what do we why do we not have what bootloader trying to? Okay, that went well. So much to plugging out the Ethernet cable. And by the way, I need my hotkeys back. But yeah, this is just, you ask for random live, you want to see exotic stuff, and here you have it. So let's just make here a typo, restart our that plugs this in again. I also need to rethink. So yeah, so file not found. I have done this intentionally just to be able to edit his environment. So this doesn't have internal storage, right? But we keep this video short because I just wanted to make sure what I auctioned here from the USA, so not the United States of America, whether I need to claim some defect here or it actually freaking works, somewhat surprisingly. And so yeah, again, I will make a dedicated video and present this nicely. I just want to see if we can boot something, and to my surprise, so this doesn't have storage, I wanted to say. It's a bare IBM PowerXCell with also significantly more memory, right? The PS3 only had 256, or if you are lucky and have a debug tool, 512, so this has a whopping, was it 4 gigs, or I think it was 4 gigs. And it is only network boot, right? Unless you can boot over PCIe, not yet sure. So, yeah. What you have there, only point time where actually request water cooling, so noise cancellation. Yeah, so noise, this is also actually the only thing I didn't auction blade server stuff is, not only did I not want to have the cheap blade things that might be hard to get working with also blade chassis, I knew they will be loud. Actually, I didn't think this is so loud, so similar to the SG Octane, although it's louder than an Octane, right? So the Octane there, not as loud as this thing, but it's always like, yeah, you get some nice thing, and then it's louder than you thought. Anyway, so to my surprise, it has here an IBM open firmware. I'm not really sure what I expected. And so yeah, this is our previous attempt, of course, T2. Linux, by the way, I have the feeling somehow maybe I need to rebrand this a bit. If people use increasingly our amazingly cross-compiled T2 stuff, that it's more visible. Anyway, I mostly wanted to change here the boot file. This is also slightly... so by the way, someone changed the default. So the default appears to be root equals def nfs ipdhcp, and someone, the previous owner, changed this to def rem, which by the way we don't really need. So what else do we have here? So compared to our IBM B50 OEM banner, something, input device, F-code debug. So yeah, basically I wanted, because we lose terminal, I'm not sure, I'm probably not getting to boot this today, but let's see boot file, let's see def, does it, not sure if it needs quotes there, maybe it does, boot def rem, but, oh actually let's make some console ttys0 root. We totally don't need this, but whatever. Let's see what happens. Boot file, okay, it has, so probably this wasn't the most amazing. Maybe it works like this, and yeah, looks like it probably works like this. So basically I only want console ttys0, not sure if that works. Let's, I just don't want to share you all internal stuff, need to be increasingly careful, and I also need to actually think how I do this in the future to avoid exposing too much stuff. Let's see, I've not tried this, so just out of the box testing here for dead on arrival. So let's see if we get something. I have the feeling maybe not Apparently not. So this is just the same kernel. Oh, you also don't see this. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Maybe yeah, for one thing we shut this down now because it's too loud. This is like for you and for me. I also need to be super careful not to accidentally shut down my router. Yeah, so this should shut down. So yeah, so much to the dead on arrival out of the box experience. I'm totally not surprised. Actually, I thought it would be harder to get going, but yeah, certainly custom kernel, whatever is going on there. So for sure, whatever, certainly I never had this before. So also let's switch off that, and the Mac Mini is off enough. Oh my god, my hearing. If it's network boot, can you put yeah, so you can put it in a room nearby. And I mean, the fun thing is that it's certainly one of the more creative uses of this PCIe cage, but you need something, yeah, either you custom YOLO your PCIe boot stuff, or you have meter long or Apple certified Thunderbolt Lightning. I get anyway PCIe external Lightning. Is that Thunderbolt? I think it was Thunderbolt. God. Anyway, let's quickly check. So yeah, so much to that. It's not dead. It's so far I don't see a defect. Also the blower is certainly freaking loud, and the application I see, if you look in the site, the application of thermal paste is on Apple's level, so maybe they use the same manufacturer of squeezing their amount. And so because you see, if you look in there, I think it looks like thermal grease is pressing there around the CPU. But so let's quit that. Also, you don't see this. Also, can someone Google or implement hotkeys for Wayland for that? So let's quickly. Also, by the way, we don't need to unpack a new kernel. Maybe because I don't even know if this ever was upstream. This is some Yellow Dog Linux fixed stars of IBM whatever stuff. So who knows if this was upstream? And although it is basically it's a cell, right? I mean, it should just freaking work, I guess. It should be close enough to a P3 anyway, but we could actually, I didn't tar download mirror Linux. Also maybe Andreas Bergmann tunes in some other live stream. He might have some inside knowledge probably to that. Marco is really hyped. Yeah, so I mean, this is, I also, I probably made this, also some new thing. Do we have even more than Danny and Marco watching? I made some decisions the last days, and I have at least a handful of people watching. What is new is somehow, to my surprise, I totally didn't even expect that. YouTube deemed us worthy enough of successful enough to allow us this membership stuff. So that is just new, like since yesterday. So if you want to support us more directly and not thrilled of Patreon, we have here now YouTube approved membership levels of where this was also membership, I think /join maybe, and or not, because does it? No, maybe. Apparently only works with some. Anyway, here's the join button, obviously. So just created some levels and just some stuff. Just shout out if you think this content is amazing, which certainly Marco already donated us a Pine phone. By the way, this is not a donation. I paid this here with my own money. The cost for this was actually okayish. The only thing is shipping it from US with customs and shipping and stuff, and doubled the cost, which sucks quite a lot. Yeah, but given I'm actually pretty thrilled, not only about this membership stuff, but also I made the decision, I probably, because the random live stream, although it is somewhat efficient, if I want to make some hobby stuff and prepare some stuff, but certainly the random live stream does not entertain and result in the most subscribers. So I will switch back, or somehow try to switch back, to produce more proper pre-edited videos that might be more entertaining. But as you see, just getting something working is like, yeah, takes some time. Let's see if they have here Arch PowerPC. And I'm also pretty thrilled that Wikipedia says the performance of the cell was already pretty good for single instruction multiple data running on the cell SPEs, which we also still need to program here and show you how to program that. But I'm also more than 8 times thrilled that allegedly the performance of this improved cell is 8 times. That certainly is pretty amazing. And we have obviously one more, because on the previously on the original PowerPC3, which we also need to test in RSX more, one was disabled and one was taken by the hypervisor, and only with other OS++ we got one back. So originally you had 6 SPEs, and with other OS++ you have 7. You could theoretically unlock one if you're lucky, but if it's defect, then you break your PS3 until you reflash it or something, whatever. I have not tried that. But so not only 1 or 2 SPEs more, but hey, 8 times or so the freaking double floating point performance. Let's quickly check config. Also not that much time today. I just wanted to, what do we have here? Cell. We have here some cell. So probably cell is, what do we have in serial? So this probably should be a cell CPU Ultivec SMP 4. I would guess this probably, why is this PS3? Well, but it is in our config. So this kernel that should boot on the PS3, not tested exactly that, but in theory, let's see, does this have serial on? So this is serial. This has a couple of serial things. Yeah, so I need to do some Googling, some research. And let's quickly check if we have those in our kconfig of serial, because certainly it makes it way more convenient to actually debug this stuff. So we have here quite some serial, actually. Okay, we have OF platform module that probably is not perfect. Basically, also somehow, this is there. So we might want that. By the way, the serial OF platform should probably work kind of universal, I guess. Maybe that's even the one it's used. So that would be that non-standard. Do we even have this non-standard PC code serial? No, we also don't have that forward. Okay, so for the sake of entertainment, and education, which probably also, and we have some more people tuning in. Let's quickly test this, because our epic thread-ripping Ryzen doesn't need that long to build that right. So let's just mark all of those and rebuild our kernel. And so that would be architecture PowerPC, and that would be Linux conf, maybe that one, serial. Okay, maybe we don't even have serial here, do we? You know what, as this might also apply to 32-bit, we have, okay, this is disabled since 15 years, max serial. You know what, maybe I should have done this slightly differently and inherit the PowerPC, because I'm slightly tempted to also do this for PowerPC 32 in case. What do we include here? Linux config M4. So we could just put this in Linux common. You know what? Usually enabling these options shouldn't cause harm. Also famous last words, and then we have regressions. But basically, we could just drop it in here, and if this config option is available for some platform, it works. So what I mean is, like, yeah, for all platforms, it's included everywhere. So this 8250 we have there already, console OF. So this would be those. Not sure if this could cause some regression for some platform where this in the usual Linux kernel stuff causes some issue. Let's quickly, while this compiles, let's common hello architecture shared. Let's quickly grab what this is even doing, because not standard is always what the heck is it even doing. This is TTY, so serial non-standard. Is there something, or is it just maybe just enabling options? Non-standard serial port support. If you have non-standard serial ports using standard dump serial, this includes intelligent serial boards such as cyclates. Digiboards usually use systems that use something. So what does it do? Oh, this actually just enables other. Okay, this is actually more. This shouldn't cause a regression. It's just, it shouldn't directly cause a regression. Just enable a bunch of other fun options and the other SVN. So the more even that. But yeah, could also be a new config option, because maybe it wasn't even there a decade ago. Serial OF platform, I only wonder. So this is 825. Oh, okay, so this is probably open firmware bindings for the 8250 serial as seen here. So that would be 8250 OF. And that is the report driver of open firmware platform devices. Arndt Bergmann, maybe of recurring. It wouldn't be so much to, yeah. Maybe that works there, maybe it doesn't. We will see. Let's wait a second for that. Can we probably let's shortly switch. No, also the net get load. So yeah, otherwise, yeah, welcome everyone. So what we do, so first of all, as I said, I will probably certainly wouldn't hurt if we are more successful on YouTube. So probably instead of more random stuff, although we are mostly done with random T2 content. By the way, what is the time? Need to rush soon. So let's see, can we do this in 12 minutes, because then I go. So more AAA content. I actually have pre-recorded stuff from the summer. I have various stuff that I wanted to do for 8 months. So the idea list is endless, just that advancing T2 Linux and fixing all the stuff and testing ARM64 and RISC-V and IBM Cell and cross-compiling Firefox took a while. And the only other thing, certainly of T2 stuff is not over. Maybe I will probably just try to restructure this stuff more, so that you see the T2 list is also long, including what I also want to do soon among crypto setup in the installer is the SmartDB. I want to, we need to update our smart optimization stuff for better shipping, better optimized stuff. And I also want to restructure this, because right now we have one global file here in SmartDB, and I thought it's probably much better. This is not one central file, is not scalable. Would be much cooler if we have per package a like package develop GCC and then like GCC smart or something, whatever, like cache desk, and basically just a per package optimization stuff of what files of a package are the main working horses and the main code passes and bottlenecks and stuff, that because usually 90% of the code never runs, and basically marking the 10%. So just some making the stuff nicer, better scaling, and also we need to update this because the SmartDB is a decade old, the last time Claire or I have run this. And anyway, so yeah, maybe only one day a week random T2 stuff, one day a week our weekly IT news, and 2 times a week a AAA video of summarized feature of a card. This is also the wrong scene of summarized feature of SGI stuff or isolator stuff and so on, so that we probably also attract more people. So probably it's time we can switch this on again, because I guess the kernel is soon ready. So one last try basically. Toggling here the power of that one, so that it's on. So I only need to pull the power on the Mac Mini because it is in a special S2, and I was debugging this already, and in this what is it, S2 or whatever it is, or did I should, let's pull out some, I think let's pull this out, not to boot. So the issue is it doesn't reset. So if we suspend to disk and are still on trickle standby power, this card doesn't boot up in the external PCIe thing. So while we are at it, let's actually, you know what, we don't need to edit this. Or do we? Oh, okay, let's edit that you don't see, and restart, and screen that. And so yeah, that shouldn't take that much longer, hopefully. Famous last words, but let's see. And Gego Xaren loves the odd hardware things we do here. Happy you enjoy this, I enjoy this too, only wish it would be slightly less loud. And also previous video, right, we run this in my power cable modded external PCIe Razer Thunderbolt enclosure for debug ability. What do you say with camera? Why do you say camera? Anyway, we are, if you mean I show the camera, yes, I'm aware we show the camera. I'm just waiting for the kernel to finish. Still building. I overestimated this Ryzen PowerPC 64 or ADM Lot 1 Linux stuff. Yeah, we are mod posting, or yeah, we are installing. I see. So this is saved. I just need to, so this NVRAM, so also battery, so it has a regular 2032 or whatever coin cell there, which you may or may not see, for the real-time clock and the NVRAM. Just oops. So we built that. I just need to. So I only wanted to check. So this is saved. So then let's give that one more try. All right. I also need to be careful with my password stuff. Still need to improve with the infrastructure for not sharing all my passwords, which certainly is a nice bonus not to do. So let's copy just this, and so yeah, in the future, maybe in the future I just also, I can show you the other camera. In the future maybe I just need a better distributed file system so that I can mount some cluster FS on my workstation, and the same cluster FS is on the TFTP boot server, which isn't there, which is at the end of the office. And for just copying files and not having to type SCP passwords. So build PowerPC 64 boot, and let's SCP. So what Now this is also not that one. Let's see. Do we have? Yeah. So set image. SCP the set image to the TFTP server and then move that here. And I guess that alright. I intentionally introduced a typo. Restart that. And then we can plug back the cable here, and then we can show you that scene again. Let's see what happens. First time I ever try this, so it could still not work the same. Then we are off to some guru meditation. So yeah, somehow I have the feeling that does still not TTYS0 the most. So yeah, we are off to some more guru meditation. Unfortunately, need to Google some details. So what is a bit annoying, I need to... wait a second, is this... no, you know what, we booted the wrong kernel, shit. Because we are at 5, so beginner mistake. Because, so let's see, 49, yeah, we just built, there is the issue. Let's try this one more time and then we go home. So the only thing is I've not yet found how to reset this remotely, so unfortunately I also can't share that. So unfortunately right now my reset procedure, if you know that better, I shut down the host Mac Mini that I have the PCIe exposure. If you have a better, if you are an expert in this PCIe accelerator card, let me know. But the original Fixstars Yellowdog Linux document mentions to reset your host x86 PC. So for resetting this, I'm not sure if maybe there is a maybe there's something hidden in terms of some small button or something somewhere. But as long as we don't have a better reset procedure, that is what we got to work with, to reboot and so let's see what happens. So I changed the TFTP boot thing, yeah, 4 gigs of memory. The clock is, by the way, okay, the clock is a little bit off. Maybe it was on the shelves for a while, somewhere not used, so there's a RTC run off some, or maybe it was never set correctly. That is also possible, that the people, whoever was the previous owner, didn't care. So yeah, 594, but we also don't have, unfortunately, serial console just yet. We should check. Yeah, so much to that. I didn't expect this to go much smoother. But also a reminder that yeah, IT is difficult. You need to learn your stuff. Google this shit, and let's see. Do we have serial? Do we have these options enabled? Serial, early con 8250, 8250 console. OF platform is now set, and serial core console and non-standard. So yeah, all this stuff has had an effect, but we don't have a terminal yet though. But yeah, that is until while you automate this and learn your new stuff and figure out what's working. Until it's automated and up and running, there's certainly some setup time needed. Let's commit this already. It doesn't do much yet, but also architecture. architecture. What we could theoretically do is, of course, use this Fixstars Yellowdog Linux stuff. Not the greatest fan of that, but anyways, there's certainly multiple ways to get familiar with this using other people kernel. Also, I should obviously test the same kernel. It's in the G5 and in the PS3, which we need to test anyway. So yeah, but these two options certainly nice to have. Edit this and that config to the shared default Linux config. There is something of that sort. That looks good. Anyway, at least the card is not dead on arrival. This is mostly just wanted to test what's going on with this stuff. So far so good. As usual, yeah, you don't buy a blade server thing because noise, and then the PCIe accelerator is as noisy. But if you don't have it in an open case, which fun fact, if I screw off this handle here, then of course I can get this into the full exclosure. That certainly might reduce some of the noise. Also maybe some ISO of so that handle here, and also this I just soldered here quickly because it what we do. I didn't have some matching because if you buy this new, I think by the way the cost might be have been around $6,000 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you have, where's also the other scene there. So yeah, $6,000 something when new, and when new it came with a fancy serial cable, which I don't have. So yeah, quickly soldered that thing here with some regular DIY 2.54 millimeter things there, serial console there. It's like transmit, ground, receive or something. And so if I, yeah, lengthwise, if I just screw off the handle here, so this full length snap-in thing there of workstation thing, then I can even close this, and certainly it might take maybe some 10 or so dB away of that, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. I have some, also we have way too, I have to complain to Vodafone, way too many drop frames for this business internet thing. Anyway, that was our desk for this evening. I hope you learned something, including that stuff does not just work. And also 2.594 is out. Updated this already, and it's a very tiny update, just some memory allocation function stuff. And yeah, I have some research to do, and then how can you use this? So you can of course still use this for massive single instruction multiple data stuff, especially if you get it cheapish on eBay, although maybe the quantity is not sure in what quantities they were produced. But it's also in any case cool that you can make any of your systems multi-processor or multi-architecture, right? You have your x86 architecture, you sometimes want to test some PowerPC stuff or run some PS3 emulator on virtualization on steroids. Plug this into your PC and have basically a PowerPC dual threaded simultaneously multi-threading PowerXCell 8i with 8 SPEs that are some 8 times faster than a PS3. Yeah. Anyway, certainly nice thing for running 2 Linux kernels in one system and doing whatever mixed architecture research and single instruction multiple data programming you wanted to do. In any case, nice thing here in the collection, and I will need to get running sometime soon. Hope you learned something and enjoyed this random stuff, and have a good night, evening, and I hope to see you soon for the next videos, live stream, and fun stuff to come.